Hello and welcome to Global Farm Simulator Network. I'm your host, Green Acres, and today we're going to be checking out the rental centers. Yep, all of our servers in our system feature the same cool format, and today we're going to show you what that's all about. I'm sure all of you remember in the base game, leasing vehicles. Remember? You wanted to harvest that field, and for the tidy sum of $54,000, why, you could sign a lease to get a harvester. Well, our system's a little different, folks. Let's take a peek. Now, let's go into this one first. And we'll give you a tour of the rental center. So, button up your shoes, kick back with that cold beer or beverage or whatever you have. And this will only take a few minutes, and you will understand how our rental centers work and how they're laid out. So we've made it easy for you, folks. Not only can you get your land instantly and lease land, but we have this thing called the rental center. So when you arrive at the server, let's hop over and look at the right accounts. We're going to go to the map, and we're going to look. This pink area is the rental center. So this correlates to our website. So if you're going to take a second, let's go look. I'm going to log into the website. Tonight we are logging in as the butler. The butler did it. And we're going to rent some equipment and show you how this all works, okay? So, here on the map, right where we land, let's head to the rental center. So, like I said, just look for the cluster of vehicles, grab one, jump in, and hop out. As you can see, on the map, we're just right down the road from where you spawn, and over to the right, and this is the same on all servers. So if you see this big area here in the middle, this is the We Say So, the export center, the import center, the supply center is right behind it back here. It's the same on all maps, no matter where you go. This is Shady's back here on lot 47, subject of another video. He's our used equipment dealer, and this pink area is the rental center. So we're just going to hop over here into the vehicle, going to hop out, and oh, you don't have to be in this account, folks, by the way. So I'm going to change back, and I'm going to go back into the Farm Manager account. All players play in the Farm Manager account. You can switch into the rental account to repair something if you have to when returning equipment, but always remember to go back into the Farm Manager account. All right, so in the Farm Manager account, we've arrived. This is the back entrance for supplies. If you need supplies, they're there. That's the export center over there and the import center. Over here is our rental center. So this is our solution to high-price leases in-game. We fixed it for you. It was broken. Here you can rent a harvester, header, by the day, reasonably priced. We don't have the best equipment here, and we don't have specialty equipment, such as anything that deals with hay, baling, grapes, olives, things of that nature. We don't have high-end equipment, but we have basic farm equipment that will get you going. It's affordable. You can rent it here. See, we have sprayers, we have rollers, we have plows, cultivators. We have seeders, planters. Moving along, basic assortment of tractors. They said nothing too crazy here. If you want good equipment, you have to buy that. But if you're looking to rent and you're looking for cheap equipment, well, by golly, you came to the right place. Okay, so the rental center. Now, how do we rent stuff from here? Well, it's quite simple. Let's review the process. So we go to our web page. I'm going to bring that up here. We log in, go to the main page, and here we are. So on your main page, go down, and it says Rentals. Click Rental Center, and the rental location. We're on Elm Creek PC, which is our PC server. The one without PC is our crossplay server. So we're at this rental center, and brings up a listing. This is all of the equipment that's available for rent on this lot. So let's say in this case I'd like to rent a tractor to plow my field with. Well, this one looks pretty good. What is it? All right, so let's take a look on the website. It's a 4755 John Deere, and we can scroll through and see what it costs. Oh, here's the Vario. That's this guy behind me. $2,800 for a day. A little rich for my blood. I'm cheap, so I'm going to go with this guy right here, which is the 4755. Okay, so when I click that, it says, okay, here's the terms. All equipment must be rented clean, fueled up, fully repaired. Players are not required to pay for repairs of fuel. They are included in the rental price. Sometimes it's not empty. You get lucky, there's something in it, but most of the time it is. Players know enough to dump the goods and keep it at their farm when they have to rent equipment. So we're going to take this guy here, the 4755, for about $1,000 versus this guy, which is a nice looking rig. I mean, who wouldn't want to drive this? This is state of the art, but you're going to pay a couple of $1,000s more for that. So we're going to avoid that obvious trick. And wow, look at this guy here, the Macy. This is a nice ride, I think. Let's hop in and take a look. Look, simple, clean, elegant. Let's see what he goes for. Maybe I won't take that one. And the Macy, $1,450. You're going to pay another $450. I think I'm going to rent this one. So I'm going to click rent it and just double check, make sure I'm on the right server. I'm on the lot. You can gift this to another player if you're nice. Just select them and pay for it. It says I must return this rental unit by 1/6 at 7:39 p.m. Now, our server time is Eastern Standard Time, and that's displayed on the front page. So this just basically tells me if I rent it now, that I have it for 1 day, unless I want to bring it back earlier. So I'm going to go ahead and rent that for a day by clicking that. Okay, and it takes it to my rented equipment. Now, when I return this item, I have to bring it back here. I have to refuel it and make sure it's clean. And then I'd click Return Rental Item, putting in the number of hours that were on it when I return it. Always remember to do this, otherwise it won't be available for another player. So if you're going to rent something, we suggest that you always come here first, see if it's here, and then rent it. Now, when you do that, if you look in your ledger, you can see that you've rented this, and it just gives you a ledger record for the amount that you paid for it, and you're good for a day. Now, once you have that, if we go down here to rentals again, and we look in My Rentals, you can now see that it's here. So when you go to return it, you know when it's due back. Here's the date and time, and the time is shown to us here on the main page. And since the time right now is 7:40 p.m., so you know to get it back by tomorrow at that particular time. All right, so we're going to take this guy, and we're going to drive off, and we go do our stuff. Is that advertising I see? Tell me it's not so. Okay, so we're out, we do our stuff, we borrow it, we had fun. Now we're bringing it back. So the first thing we do is we just stop, we refuel it. If we need to, we stop here, give it a quick spray. Always return stuff clean for the next person. There we go. We'll hop back in again. And if it needs a repair, we'd stop here, and we'd definitely do that. Right? Now, when you're returning, it must be returned clean, fueled up, and fully repaired. So, now obviously, since I'm in the Farm Manager account, and this is in the rental account, it's not going to let me show anything when I do that. So, I'm going to have to hit Escape, and I'm going to hop into the Rental Center account. And now I'm going to hit R. I'm going to say I'd like to repair that, and click Repair, and it will be done. As soon as you're through, you can go back into your account, drive this guy back over. We'll set with the return now. Boy, that day went fast. Where does the time go, you have to ask yourself when you're farming. You look up and look at that, it's already a day later. Jesus. And I'm $1,000 poorer, but hopefully I got some work done. So I just park it back where I found it. I go to the website. And I make sure I'm logged in. Hit F5. Yeah, I guess I still am. Go to Rentals. Click on My Rentals. And I'm going to return this guy. Now, interestingly, if I wanted to keep this for another day, for double what I paid for it before, I could extend it. But really not such a great deal. So I'm going to go ahead and say... geez, that's got 1.1 hours on it. I'm done with it, and I'm returning the item. There, and you're off the hook. And that's how rentals work. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for another exciting video. Bye now.